Hey up viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Propagandist. Welcome back everybody to another episode of Let's Watch RWBY Volume 5. We're going to be watching episode 3 this time. I should have actually checked the name of the episode before I started recording this. I can't actually remember, it's just episode 3 to me. So remember, of course, in the last episode we did episode 2. All kinds of things are starting to go down. The villains are en route to Mistral, they're en route to Haven. Cinder and her crew have been instructed by Salem to go there to help in the pursuit of the Spring Maiden. Watts, I think, is being recalled to help Tyrion, new tale. Tyrion, I think, is pretty much going to be in the shit at this rate, judging it by his failure in Volume 4, but we haven't seen him yet. Also, Adam has usurped control of the White Fang from Sienna Khan. She's dead now. You know, she was... I think that was the first and only time we've ever actually seen her in a RWBY episode, interestingly. So, she only had a brief appearance and then she died, of course. So yeah, he's in control of that now, which is just not a good sign because, of course, he wants to attack Haven Academy. And I think Salem and her crew want to get hold of the next... they want to get hold of the knowledge relic, which I think they aim to give to Adam, or, you know, let Adam use in his quest to destroy Haven Academy. So... the villains are plotting, nefarious schemes are afoot very much. Weiss has been captured by Raven and her tribe, which is not going to be good for her at all. So, those, you know, that's pretty much a summary of what happened in the last episode. So, yeah, I went away also and checked about the knowledge choice, the relics things, and which maid they correspond with. So, yeah, like I said, knowledge is the Spring Maiden, choice is the Fall Maiden, and of course, you know, the other two, the other maiden, so on and so forth. You all know, you've all watched the episodes probably. So yes, I mean, those are the main things to cover very, you know, briefly before we actually get into the main episode itself. Once again, I'm actually recording this, you know, as part of one big session, so if you are leaving comments and thoughts and feedback on the videos, just bear in mind I won't have actually seen them yet. So yes, that's, you know, keep posting any thoughts or feedback that you do have, because obviously once I get to the next recording session it'll be very helpful. And other than that, really, that's, I think, everything I kind of really wanted to say in this opening video. These are, you know, episodes from here on out are going to, you know, they're going to get a bit shorter than my first one. My first episode was, what, about 40 minutes in total? But that was just because, obviously, you know, as the first episode I was having to... you know, give a summary of RWBY and where we're up to in the franchise. You know, that actually does raise an interesting question which I didn't address in the previous 2 episodes, which I will address here during this recording session. Some of you may be asking, Red, do you ever, you know, have any intention of doing Let's Watch or reaction videos to the first 4 volumes of RWBY? The answer to that is no, unfortunately not. Just because, you know, I want to do kind of blind reactions. And I've already seen volumes 1 to 4, so they wouldn't be blind reactions. And you know, it's good to do blind reactions because you get sort of genuine expression, genuine thoughts, feelings, you know, coming out of watching the episode. So yeah, you're not going to see volumes 1 to 4 done on this channel just because I've already watched them and I don't see what I could, you know, do in that regard that would be particularly outstanding or interesting to watch. So yeah. We're starting with Volume 5. We're just jumping in with that volume. But yes, that's enough of me rambling. Let's actually get on with the reaction. So I'll see you in a second, everybody. Okay, donuts are on. 3, 2, 1, go. Once again, cutting out the opening credits. Okay, we're starting with Blake then. This is, I think, about 18 minutes, this episode. So again, might be a shorter video than the previous ones. Depending on how many thoughts I have at the end of it, of course. You're pacing up and down. Something wrong?
Yes.
See, he's...
easy for the people to hear, but the truth often isn't. I know they'll do the right thing.
You see, Blake's father is the chief of Menagerie. He was once leader of the White Fang. Oh. Bit of friendly support from you, son. Are you two going to start bonding for a change? So you're giving a speech, okay. You're going to be talking about the White Fang, I'm guessing. It would make a lot of sense for you to do so. Oh, and it's these two. I forgot about these two. Who first appeared in Volume 4. Slimy Gits.
Thank you all for assembling here. I wanted to take time to address some of the rumors that have been circulating around our island. I believe that it is important for the people of this territory to understand the truth. No matter how you feel about the human race, I think we can all agree that the event now known as the Fall of Beacon was a tragedy. A tragedy that will set both man and Faunus kind back. While the main aggressor is still unknown, we do have official confirmation that Adam Taurus, the leader of a powerful splinter group working inside the White Fang, was partially responsible for these attacks. His actions not only tarnish the reputation of an organization originally created to bring peace and equality to all, but to our entire race. With each day that this man remains unpunished, it becomes increasingly difficult to condemn those that look down upon us.
Yeah. Have you two got anything to say about this?
Recently, a spy from this same splinter group set their sights on this very home. My own daughter, Blade, and her friend did their very best to apprehend this individual. While they were unsuccessful after being physically assaulted and seriously injured, they were successful in obtaining the assailant's scroll.
Volume 4, everybody.
With this, we have been able to ascertain that Adam Taurus has plans to overthrow the current leader of the White Fang, Sienna Khan, and take over the reins himself. His radical plans do not stop there. The documents on this scroll proclaim his next...
Just going to pause for a moment just so I can say something without over-talking him. This is probably going to set him up for assassination. I have a feeling that Blake's father has now got a target on his back and might not last very long.
Target to be Haven Academy and its attached CCT tower. Their plan is to strike on the last full moon before the beginning of the fall semester, roughly 2 months from today. I have sent my swiftest messenger to the government of Mistral, but I believe we have a greater responsibility.
Your messenger's going to get intercepted.
Has been an interesting one. Years ago, I led the organization to help try and create a world where I and every Faunus who wished would walk alongside the human race. And while I believe we made great strides toward this goal, it was made clear to me that the people both in and out of the White Fang wanted faster results. So I stepped down, and Sienna Khan was appointed as my successor. It's true that I do not fully condone many
Violence.
What I do condone is what Sienna fights for. The idea that the Faunus and humans are, and should be, equal. Adam Taurus does not seem to have that goal.
Yeah.
What he has done benefits no one but himself.
Pretty much confirmed in the last episode he wants to enslave humanity.
That we are equals. Time that we snuff out this splinter group and restore the White Fang to what it once was.
Yeah, you've got a big target painted on your back now.
To do this, I think the answer is clear. We must go to Haven and protect it at all costs.
You're gonna die. You're so fucking dead, I'm telling you, mate. Oh, people didn't like that.
Before we proceed any further, I'd like to invite my daughter to come and share her story. Not only as a former member of the White Fang, but also as a survivor of the Fall of Beacon.
Get some motivation up in there, Blake.
Traitors!
Oh, here's the protester. Oh, it's this one.
Cowards. After everything the humans have done to us, everything they've put us through, you're asking us to help them?
I know we haven't been treated fairly.
Where was their help when the dust companies treated our people like slaves? Where was their help when kingdoms hunted Faunus just for being who they are? Where was my help when my parents were killed in a dust mine? Where?
Young lady, Progress takes patience and cooperation.
The Belladonnas are the worst kind of Faunus. They want us to work with the same people that are trying to hold us down. If you truly,
Oh dear.
truly want to help your people, now
Your speech has gone tits up. Oh, well, my son does something.
Not the Belladonnas. He will bring about the future that you deserve. And if you are unwilling to fight, know that the White Fang will do it for you.
Shut up!
Chuck her off a bridge. Oh, pff, well done, son.
After her!
Yeah, you two were wanting that to happen, weren't you? You slimy pair.
He's possessed or reincarnated.
Oh, isn't it weird?
Way to make someone feel uncomfortable.
Let's all just take a second and remember that this is very overwhelming for everyone.
Yes, let's. Awkward.
Thanks.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. It's just, I've never really
I-
met huntsmen and huntresses before.
Oh, the shippers. They're going to be all over this. Oh, she smiled at him.
First times all around.
I can already hear the fan fictions being written. Oh dear.
Not to break up the whole getting to know you game, but
Is there a name for that ship? I know that RWBY fans have names for all the different ships. What's Oscar and Ruby? Does that have a name?
Okay,
I should be listening to what they're saying.
just so you know, I'll still be here.
What? What? What is that? Whoa.
It is so very good to see you again, students.
Wow. He's channeling his inner Ozpin.
What just happened?
Professor Osmond?
Correct. And though I may be the one speaking, Oscar is still present mentally. He
What?
merely handed over the controls, so to speak. Just don't make us do anything embarrassing. I'm afraid this all must be very perplexing.
And alarming and bizarre.
That's amazing voice acting. It's kind of mimicking Ozpin's own speech patterns.
It's good to see you children still have your sense of humor. I know you've all been through tremendous hardship already.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not your fault.
Oh god, my stomach's rumbling. I'm hungry. I'm probably going to get lunch after this recording.
I told you once that I made more mistakes than any man, woman, and child on this planet.
Throwback to Volume 1, I remember that.
I wasn't exaggerating. I'm cursed. Thousands of years I have walked the surface of Remnant, living, dying, reincarnating.
Wait. Before you get into your story there, I just want to say something very quickly. He's cursed. I've seen speculation before that Ozpin may in fact be the wizard from the Four Maidens myth. So anyone who doesn't really know the kind of RWBY lore behind that, the story goes that the Four Maidens got their powers from a wizard or something like that. So I've seen speculation that Ozpin maybe or was perhaps the latest reincarnation of that wizard, something like that. So I'm just going to say that before we listen to his story, because that... Let's see.
Body of a like-minded soul. The Professor Oswald you all met was not my first one.
I knew it.
Clearly wasn't my last. It's extraordinarily strenuous process
Yes.
on everyone involved.
Body transfer, okay. I knew that, yeah.
What are you?
Are you the wizard?
Nation of countless men have spent their lives trying to protect the people of Remnant.
Oh, okay.
With every rebirth, my soul is eventually merged with another. And I am changed. But my memories stay with me. This curse was bestowed upon me by the gods.
Oh.
Because I failed to stop sailing in the past.
Ah.
But we must stop her now.
So not the wizard, but... That's interesting. It sets up a
How
connection
do we do that?
between Ozpin and Salem.
We start by ensuring the safety of the relic of knowledge.
because in Volume 1 they were talking with each other in the voice of... Oh, hello, Weiss, you're in a bit of trouble. Yes. Wonder if we're going to meet... the Spring Maiden, maybe. Ugh. Don't make eye contact with them.
Well. Look who's awake.
Again, they got sleazebag written right across their foreheads. Even that guy with his little bandana.
Where am I?
You know, I never thought I'd see a Schnee in this camp.
And you would be... Oh. Are you the Spring Maiden? Just the way they sort of leapt up. She's significant. Who? Oh, you've got her weapon. How nice of you.
What do you want?
Straight to the point. I like it. We don't normally deal in trafficking people. Not really worth our time. But once we realized we had a Schnee, that changed.
You're going to ransom me back to my father. Is that it?
It's a shame you're a Schnee. You'd probably do quite well around here.
I would never sink to your level.
Just keep quiet and cooperate and you'll be back in your mansion before you know it.
That's not where she wants to go, though.
Don't make this complicated.
Anyone who's watched Volume 4 knows that her father is an absolute ass.
Sister finds out that I didn't make it to Mistral. You know my sister, don't you? Winter Schnee, special operative of the Atlas military. She's a
Should you
Mistral,
tell her this?
and when she hears I'm missing, it won't take her long to find me. And you.
Yeah, maybe she's not the Spring Maiden. Maybe she's just a high up or something.
What's so funny?
Oh, I don't know if it's more funny or sad, but you're clearly out of the loop.
Oh?
Your sister isn't in Mistral anymore. No Atlas personnel are in Mistral anymore. General Ironwood closed the borders and recalled all of his little troops and tin cans. No one is coming to rescue you.
Yang might. She's looking for Raven.
This is perfect! We were stuck at a dead end,
Oh.
but now we must take the big boy husband to Lionheart and have six things straight.
I always love Nora's
Tell me that.
energetic ways. Oscar's not keen on that form of address.
But I thought the headmasters all...
Geez, that's a bit of an upskirt. Jesus.
Was the intent
First time I've ever seen something like that in RWBY.
I can trust, especially
That just caught my eye entirely by chance. I wasn't purposefully looking for that, everybody.
with Leonardo. He isn't just behaving irrationally. He's
Oh.
disobeying specific instructions I had left him.
You know, don't you?
Something's wrong.
Yep.
I don't want to jump to conclusions. I don't want to rule out any possibilities either.
You've got an inkling that Leo is a
This
turncoat.
room knows that I've paired with Oscar. I think it may be best to keep it that way.
Play things close to the chest until we got a better hand.
Precisely. Now we have 2 steps ahead of us. The first is enlisting the aid of more huntsmen. But the Mistral Council
Doesn't own every huntsman in the kingdom. And I've been here enough times to know where we can find some more.
so long as they're trustworthy.
You can trust them to put up a good fight. We'll throw together a list tonight.
Good luck with that.
You're a bit drunk for that, Crow.
After that, we can move on to step 2.
What's step 2?
Getting you 4 into fighting shape.
Dramatic flourish. Okay.
We already know how to fight.
No, you don't.
You can only fight so long as you have crescent rows. You're still lacking in hand-to-hand combat.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
A certain fight with Neo springs to mind.
Glad to hear you've improved, but sorry to say you've yet to unlock your symbols. All of you still have a ways to go before you're ready to pose any real threat against Salem and her forces. And though Oscar can
Oscar knows.
temporary control, you need to strengthen his body and his aura. Wait, what? He'll inherit my muscle memory in time. practice will expedite the process.
But if Crow's out looking for huntsmen, then who's going to teach us?
Well, he is, clearly. Who do you think, Ruby?
Well, I believe I was the headmaster of the Beacon Academy. We have approximately 1 month before
Nora's not impressed. I just saw her expression.
it makes sense that it occur prior to students' return. It's not much time, but it's better than nothing.
Oh, they're all awestruck, except her. Oh, and he's back to Oscar form. He's going to need training as well.
Gotta be kidding me.
Oh, are we back to Weiss? Or is Yang going to show up? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Are you going to break out? Summon, yes. Well, it's only a mini one, what? Oh, yeah, she's got a plan. She's got this nail. She knows what she's doing. Oh, well, there we go. So that was episode 3 then, everybody. Oh, man. So we've got a bit of exposition there on Oscar for the benefit of Team RWBY there. So it seems, you know, that we've had a bit of character development for Ozpin as well there, because we now know, I mean, as I said before, I was sort of speculating that maybe he was the wizard from the Four Maidens myth, but no further evidence to support that particular hypothesis. But instead what we got is this story, of course, that, you know, his kind of soul is like this sort of accumulation of lots of men who've come before him, who will, you know, protect the world from Salem, and that, you know, we've had a definite confirmation that Ozpin and Salem have known each other. They have a past. So it'll be interesting to see where Rooster Teeth goes from there and how they develop that sort of plot arc in reference to that character. So yeah, that's a very interesting thing to see. So we got some Blake in that one, we got some Weiss, we got some Ruby. No Yang though, but I think the thumbnail, well, I can see it there on screen for chapter 4, episode 4, is Yang right there. So I have a feeling she's potentially going to show up and maybe find Weiss. There's also something interesting as well. Weiss was expecting to see her sister, her older sister Winter, in Mistral, but if Raven's tribe are to be believed, then she might not be there. She might have been recalled. That is something actually I did forget from Volume 4. General Ironwood, the commander of the Atlas forces, Atlas being one of the kingdom for anybody who hasn't really watched, one of the kingdoms that is for anyone who hasn't watched RWBY before. Yeah, he did shut the borders, didn't he, after the events of Volume 3. So, yeah, that's going to be a problem, isn't it, for Winter. Didn't really think about that, but yeah. So, I mean, then again, do we trust Raven's tribe, though? Because they are a bunch of sleazebags, just looking at them. It's like the guy in the first episode of this volume. He has sleazebag or scumbag written right across his forehead. You can just see it a mile away. But, yeah, do we trust them? Or are they, you know, are they lying? That's something that I guess we'll find out in due course. We haven't seen Winter since Volume 3, so... Actually, no, there was that trailer, wasn't there? Character short for Weiss for Volume 5 a while back, which did have Winter in it, I think, towards the end. Maybe I should have done a reaction video for that as well, I don't know. Well, it's a bit late now because I'm getting into the actual series itself. It doesn't matter. So yes, just looking again just to check. God, it's just when the shadows keep going past my window, it keeps distracting me. But yeah, nothing really I can do about that. So yes, what else happened in that episode? Anything particularly noteworthy? Obviously, I think Oscar, or / Ozpin, has an inkling that Leo is possibly a turncoat, or possibly up to something. So yes, I wonder how soon it will be before, you know, the good guys eventually realise that he is basically a traitor, or a turncoat, whatever you want to call him. So something to look forward to in the next episodes. So yes, I'm getting hungry now, so I want to go away and actually have some lunch. So those are a few thoughts about what we can expect in the next few episodes, perhaps. So once again, hope you all enjoyed this little Let's Watch / reaction video. Once again, of course, you know, apologies if I'm not seeing comments, because obviously I'm block recording these episodes since I have a load of free time. And hope you'll join me for the 4th episode, which I may record after lunchtime, depending on how I feel. I may not. I may upload these 3 episodes first and then get some feedback. I don't know. We'll see. Depends how I feel. So yeah, hope you'll join me then for the 4th episode of Let's Watch RWBY Volume 5 when I get around to doing that, whether that's today or another time. And in the meantime, of course, if you're not doing so already, you can follow me on my Facebook and Twitter pages for my General Red Strategist channel. I'll put, of course, those links in the video description. If you haven't checked out my General Red Strategist channel, where I do gaming content, amateur gaming content that is, I should stress, you can all go and check that out as well. There'll be a link to that in the video description, or you can find a link to it on the Propagandist channel page. You know, so if you're interested in that, go ahead, have a look if you want to. And yes, other than that, there's nothing else for me really to say other than thank you once again, everybody. Hope you're all enjoying this with me, Propagandist, the fair sort of newcomer to the RWBY reaction scene. You know, I'm interested to see what kind of viewing figures and, you know, feedback I get from these videos. So yes, other than that, yeah, before I start rambling, goodbye, everybody.